Rainbow Cup, hey man, Rainbow Warriors everywhere. 2019, baby, we here.
We are here at the Rainbow Cup tournament. I got two new people with me today. Mr. Dwight. Hello. Mr. Dwight isn't competing today, but you know he's getting his feet wet. He's in the environment. He's gonna compete in the next month, right? Yeah. We'll work on him. And we got Adi in the house.
Hello.
Adi has not competed since the Boulder Cup. I still need to put that video up. 5 tournaments later, we finally got her back. So the tournament is now underway and round 1 is against my good buddy Brian. First Pokemon that I'm not going in with is Raichu. It's great at getting shields out of your opponent, but my Charge Beam Lantern fills the electric role better for me. Next out is Venusaur because half his team resists Venusaur. Zapdos, Magneton, and Fortress. And I decided not to go in with my Lantern because my Lantern has Charge Beam and 3 of his Pokemon resist that, Venusaur, Zapdos, and Magneton. So I'll lead with a Azumarill and begin match 1. So his first Pokemon out is Zapdos, and it is a bad matchup for me, but you know what? I'm just going to take it, see how it goes. I get my Ice Beam charged up, but he has priority. He gets Thunder off before I'm able to get my Ice Beam off, so I have to use a shield to block that. I'm able to get an Ice Beam off, but he blocks it. But soon after, I get another Ice Beam charged up and I let it fly. He does not shield it, so Zapdos goes down. Next out is Magneton, another bad matchup for Azumarill. So I switch into Charizard, and almost as soon as it came out, it is gone. Next out is Fortress, and again, this is a great matchup for Charizard. My Fire Spin almost took it out before my Blast Burn charged up, and he doesn't even use his last shield on the Fortress. Round 2 starts. I come out with Azumarill, he leads with Blastoise. Water on water, pretty neutral matchup here. I charge up a Play Rough, let it fly, and he blocks it. Great, got a shield out of him. Since this is a very neutral matchup, I decide not to shield whatever's coming my way. It's a Hydro Pump, does a decent amount of damage, but nothing I can't live with. I get another Play Rough charge up, let it fly, and take a little bit of chunk off of Blastoise, but I'm sick of how long this matchup is taking, so I switch out into Fortress and try to take Blastoise out, and he switches into Venusaur. I'm not sure he meant to do that. That is a horrible matchup for him. I begin attacking Venusaur, taking him down. I do not shield the Sludge Bomb. I'm not even going to use a charge move until Venusaur drops. Saving my energy for the next Pokemon, which is Charizard. Perfect. Charge up Rock Tomb, throw it in, I get another shield out of him, his last shield. I get another Rock Tomb charged up, throw it, Charizard, goodbye. Last out is Blastoise again. He comes out with a Hydro Pump. I shield it and I Infestation Blastoise away. Round 1 is done. For round 2, I am up against Yugimon 24, and looking at his lineup, the first words that come to mind are LeBron James. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. No, he has 5 water types on his lineup. I still don't go in with Raichu. Goodbye. Secondly, I did not go in with Venusaur because it's resisted by Kingdra. It will be weak to flying moves from Mantine and weak to psychic moves from Slowbro. Lastly, I decide not to go in with Charizard because there's 5 water types. So I lead with Azumarill and begin match 1. Yugimon 24 leads the match with Venomoth. I don't think I have anything to worry about here except for poison moves, potentially. I get my Ice Beam charged up, I let it fly, and then get a shield out of him. Great. I don't know what's coming, so I just ride with it. It's a psychic move, it's not doing that much to me. Did a decent chunk, but I can live with it. I get another Ice Beam charged up, get his second shield out of the way. My charged moves are smooth sailing from here. He unleashes a Psychic. I decide to block it because I have an Ice Beam charged up and I want to get that Venomoth out of here. He comes out with Lantern, but his quick attack is Water Gun, so I can stay in this fight a little bit longer. I get a Play Rough charged up and I let Lantern have it. Azumarill drops. Azumarill drops, so next I throw out Fortress. He unleashes a Thunderbolt. I decide to eat the hit. Infestation away on that Lantern. Got a Rock Tomb charged up and he cannot block it. Next out is Mantine and I'm like, great. Just get another Rock Tomb charged up and I should be good. He gets an Ice Beam charged up before I get to Rock Tomb, but I have a shield, so I'm good. I unleash a Rock Tomb, and would you believe that Mantine held on and actually took down Fortress? But it's all good because I have Lantern in the back who comes out and instantly takes down Mantine. Changes to Quagsire. Pretty even matchup, so we just go at it with our water attacks. I get the Ice Beam charged up and woo, he does not block. He gets an Earthquake charged up. I do not shield it. Let's just trade some more blows. Get another Ice Beam charge up, and he doesn't make a good decision using his shield there because Quagsire drops to the quick attack right afterwards. Lantern comes out next. Get a Play Rough charged up right in Lantern's face. Lantern takes down my Azumarill. Since his Lantern is so weak now, I can easily take him out in a mirror match. I hit him with a few charge beams. Since I have so much health, I'm just going to eat this Thunderbolt attack. I get my own charged up, and I get his last shield out of him. He fires back with a Thunderbolt, and I decide to shield it to keep Lantern as healthy as possible. I get another Thunderbolt charge up and take his Lantern down. His last Pokemon out is Kingdra, and that Dragon Breath is tearing away at my Lantern, but I'm able to get a Thunderbolt off before Lantern falls, which pretty much puts his Kingdra in the red zone. I got Fortress in the back to save the day. He unleashes a Blizzard. I shield it because Fortress is my last Pokemon, and Infestation takes Kingdra down. Round 2 is through. Round 3, I'm against the heavy hitter Dundidum, who I actually just met on Tortured Community Day. Before looking at his lineup, not even considering Raichu, I decide not to go in with Venusaur because Charizard, Magcargo, Fortress. I decide not to go in with Charizard because of Quagsire, Magcargo, and Fortress, which all have rock moves. So again, I will lead with Azumarill and begin match 1. First Pokemon out is Quagsire. I've seen this matchup back with Yugimon, so I decided to leave Azumarill in, and his first move is a surprise to me. He hits me with Sludge Bomb, which I was not expecting, and takes half of my health out. He got me good with that one. Yeah, I get an Ice Beam charged up and he blocks it. So this time I decide to shield that Sludge Bomb. I fire off another Ice Beam. He does not shield it. Great. And I'm trying to get out of there, but the game would not let me. So I am forced to use my second shield to keep Azumarill alive. Finally, I switch out to Fortress and I Infestation away and Quagsire drops. He then throws out his shiny Fortress. So we're just mirror matching each other. I get my Rock Tomb charged up. He decides to eat the hit and we're just doing a little dance here. I have no shields remaining. He Rock Tombs me. Doing a little dance, doing a little dance. I get another Rock Tomb charged up and he decides to shield it because I guess his shiny Fortress is that much better than mine and it's worth keeping alive. Then I decided to let the switch clock run down a little bit. I bring Azumarill back out to take down his Fortress, and he comes out with Magcargo, which is double weak to water. But unfortunately, Azumarill does not have a water charge move, so I have to opt to use Play Rough. Then Magcargo takes down Azumarill. So lastly, I come out with Lantern. He rocks my Lantern with this Stone Edge, but Lantern holds on, you know, he's doing pretty good. I get a Thunderbolt off and I'm able to take down his Magcargo. I decide to lead match 2 with Fortress, and then he leads with Fortress, so now we're gonna do a little dance, make a little noise, till someone goes down tonight. He gets his charge move off first. I decide not to shield it, it's just a heavy slam. Okay, I can live with that. I return fire with a Rock Tomb, and I get a shield out of him. We're doing a little dance, I'm making a lot of noise. He throws a Rock Tomb at me. I finally decide to shield. I throw a Rock Tomb back, and I get his second shield. His shiny Fortress once again proves that it's better than mine. Next, I throw Lantern out and I shield this Rock Tomb. This Lantern has a lot of health and I'm not trying to lose it that fast. So I shield that Rock Tomb. I get a Thunderbolt charge up to finally take down that Fortress, though I probably could have done it with just quick moves, so I'm thinking I wasted energy here. He comes out with Venusaur. Bad matchup for me, But you know what? I'm going to use Lantern to do a little bit of damage to him. His Venusaur frenzy plants Lantern and sends him back in his Pokeball. So my Venusaur comes out with a little bit of a health advantage over his Venusaur, but he gets to his charge move first. Sludge bombs my Venusaur right in the forehead. I'm able to return fire, but he has a Mad Cargo in his back pocket, and Mad Cargo's fire attacks drop my Venusaur and he takes match 2. I lead with Lantern to start match 3 and he leads with Fortress. His infestation is digging into me already, but I get that Thunderbolt charge up pretty quickly, taking a decent sized chunk out of that Fortress's health bar. He gets his Rock Tomb charge up. I decide to block that. I get another Thunderbolt charge up. I try to switch out, but it wouldn't let me, so I just go ahead and I get a shield out of him. He comes back with a Rock Tomb. I decide to let Lantern eat that hit. I got another Thunderbolt coming his way. Bam, get that shiny Fortress out of here. Venusaur comes out and immediately drops my Lantern. So then I come back with Fortress. He switches out to Mad Cargo. I switch out to Azumarill. Matchup is going in my favor. He Stone Edges my Azumarill. I decide to just let it go. Don't even try to use a charge move and just bubble that Mad Cargo to death, although it almost cost me. But he comes out with Venusaur. I Ice Beam that thing and he shields it. So I'm like, I'm not using a shield to block this Frenzy Plant because I got a Fortress in my back pocket with almost a whole health bar to a Venusaur. Perfect matchup for me. He Frenzy Plants, I block it, Rock Tomb it, Infestation it. Round 3 is me. For round 4, I am up against the Trench Man once again, who kept me away from first place in the Nightmare Cup and kept me out of the Gold Trophy tie in the Kingdom Cup. So looking at his lineup, once again, Raichu was a no-go before even looking at his lineup. I just not comfortable with Raichu. I didn't use Venusaur either. Although he has 4 water types, 3 of which Venusaur could do pretty well against, I decided to bench Venusaur as well. Charizard, too much water, goodbye. Again, I guess I may have just gotten comfortable with this lineup, but I decided to lead with Azumarill and begin match 1. He leads with his shiny Azumarill, and I am kind of determined not to lose to another shiny in a mirror match. So we begin this little dance. I get an Ice Beam charged up, and I don't know why I decided to use that instead of Play Rough, and he rightfully eats the hit. He gets a Play Rough charged up, and I decide to eat that hit myself. Now I come at him with the Play Rough, which I thought he was going to shield, but he didn't. He returns fire with his own Play Rough, and I decide to eat that hit once again. I get a Play Rough charged up, and right before I unleash it, he switches out, and I don't know what it is, but it's a Typhlosion, and he shields it. His Typhlosion finishes off my Azumarill, so I come back with a water type. And knowing that Typhlosion is fire, I do not shield this charge move, and it is a Solar Beam. Big mistake there. All I'm left with now is my Fortress. Thankfully, he does not have a fire quick move. I decide to shield because Blast Burn would have finished me off. I get a Rock Tomb charged up. I unleash it on him. He shields it. He gets another Blast Burn charged up. I have to use my last shield here indeed. Before I get to a Rock Tomb, Infestation takes down Typhlosion. And now he throws back out his shiny Azumarill. I decide to eat that charge move. I get that Rock Tomb charged up and stone that Azumarill right in the ears. His Blossom comes out. I'm thinking I can probably Infestation this thing, but no. I almost had a chance here. But the Trench Man once again comes out on top. Match 2 begins. He leads with Azumarill. I lead with Fortress. His bubble attack is definitely getting into me. I get a Rock Tomb charged up and I get a shield out of him. He switches into Typhlosion just in time to meet my Rock Tomb. And I get a shield out of him. I know what's coming. It is a Blast Burn. I am shielding that. Right before he hits his charge move, I get a perfect switch out into Azumarill to eat that Blast Burn move. That bubble attack is going to work on Typhlosion. I thought a Solar Beam was coming and he baited my shield out of me. Azumarill finishes taking out Typhlosion. He brings his Lantern out. I Play Rough it. He eats the attack. I give it a second Rough Housing. No shields are standing in my way. He gets a Thunderbolt off and takes down my Azumarill. Next, I throw out my Lantern, which has a full health bar to take down his weakened Lantern. And lastly, he brings out Azumarill, which is a perfect matchup for me. Get that Thunderbolt off, take that Azumarill down. Couple charge beams. Nope, he has a play rough. Wow, he gets my Lantern in the red, but I finally get my first victory against the Trenchman. I always said, if I'm going to lose to him, I'm trying to get at least one match out of him. So now we are in the final match of the tournament. I'm undefeated, he's not. If I win this match, I win the entire tournament. But I'm going up against the #1 ranked PvP battler in Indianapolis. Can I pull this off? Last match, the tiebreaker. This is going for the gold right here. I lead with Fortress, he leads with Azumarill. This matchup again, get it in the red. He's got me in the red, Bubble takes me down. I bring Lantern out next, takes a play rough as soon as it comes out. I wanted to try to get that Azumarill down before he got a charge move off, but okay. Let's go. Let's roll with it. We dealing with a little lag. So now he finally brings out this Blossom. I get this Thunderbolt charged up. It's not very effective, but what else can I do? My first thought is to bring Fortress back in. I forgot Fortress's health was so low, it drops as soon as it comes out. Last out is Azumarill, which is not good for me. If only I can get to this Ice Beam, I'm just gonna let it play out from here.
Yeah, it is Ice Beam. Even if it wasn't, I couldn't take that risk. Get there. Good game, gentlemen.
So I got one on you.
It's like last month, who was it on my team? You're like, why do you got that?
Damn it. 6-way tie? What?
Oh.
Good job.
What?
That's why. Good job on the W. Right here. Good job. Everybody's a winner.
Trench pulled out the win for the community. Sorry, I had to lose. This should have been my weighted one.
You still won though, so it's like.
For what it's worth, I was still rooting for you. Everybody go to your trainer card page and see how good or bad this worked out for you.
All came down to one final match. If I would have won, I would have got first. Lost. We had a 6-way tie. But hey, just like Dundino said, we all winners. First tournament since the Boulder Cup. Tell me your experience.
I'm 2-2, so I've not lost my record. I was 3-3 at the Boulder Cup.
You went 50% again.
I did. I'm proud of myself because I thought I would be 0-4.
But you had fun.
I did, and I made my team today.
Mad Cargo is something that your people are sleeping on. If you don't have a Charizard, bring one of those. Also, be prepared for Azumarill.
I'm sorry.
It was pretty fun. I won one game during the match, so I'm at least happy for that. That I didn't get completely swept. It was a great time. I'm really glad I came out to this.
New friends.
Yeah, there you go.
New friends from DC.
Hey.
It was rigged.
You having fun?
Having a lot of fun.
I'm glad to see that.
So close to winning the entire tournament. But of course, Mr. Trench shut those dreams down once again. But at least I got one.
But you're getting better.
Yeah, most definitely. 'Cause I'm going against great guys like him, Dundino, Raiden. Now, you know, all that's left to do is get you in here, sir. Spectating now, competing next time.
We got a 6-way tie. That's awesome. Everybody had fun. 6 people got their gold badges for their traveler card, which is absurd, but wonderful. We had a couple of new people come in, people from different communities. What more can you ask for?
Rainbow Cup, all done, first to 3. Trying to get to at least 3, that is the goal for the month. One match away from having the first place crown. But hey, I can't complain. I went against the #1 player here in Pogo Indy. At least I got one match off of him. It's all good. It's only gonna make me better. More experience points for next time. If you like the video, smash that like button. Leave a comment if you're new here and you like the content. Hit that subscribe button. If you've seen at least 3 of my videos and are returning again and seeing this one, this is your 4th one or more, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. And most importantly, share the video. Until next time, I'm out of here.